Welcome to another episode of At Home with Patrick Ahearn. Today we have a house in Wellesley, my hometown. The people are looking to get some of my advice on what to do with the house and also what's the potential for a garage or carriage house on the property. The house itself was recently acquired and they've done some work to it already. And I think some other things they could consider is installing the shutters that probably were original to the house at one point in time. They could consider changing the paint color if they wanted to. If not, I would go to either black or forest green shutters with pins and holdbacks, which I think would help. I know they've added irrigation to the lawn, but I think they could also add a coach light along the walkway as a way to enhance the house. And also trim some of the shrubbery and bring it down in scale so more of the house is presented in the public realm. The issue about where a carriage house could go is complicated in that so much of their lot is in wetlands. So as you can see, there's only a small area here in white that's not in wetlands. And so what I've shown is where you could end up with a 2- or 3-car garage, depending on what they're interested in an area that's not in the wetlands, but would certainly have to go to Conservation Commission just because of the distance away from the wetlands. But the fact that they're not in it, I think, is a good thing. So I took a look at some options of carriage houses we've done. This one is a smaller scale 2-car garage with some living space potentially up above that would also then be painted or stained the same color as the house, and the shutters would match. And this could read very nicely as a companion piece with a brick driveway, perhaps with some cobblestone edging as a way to enhance the landscaping of the property. Another example that they could consider is a smaller 2-car garage, which would also be enclabbered to match the house. Again, painted the house color and the dark shutters. And this is a nice little shed dormer with built-in window boxes up above, some very nice coach lights and carriage house doors that really convey the spirit of a carriage house, very similar to the style and vintage of the main house itself. And here's 2 other examples they could consider, one being a 3-car garage, if that was what their goal might be, also in clapboard. And here we've got 3 large coach lights centered over each door, and each gabled dormer would then be centered and dropped into the eave to reduce the volume over each of the doors as another good example of something that the dormers kind of match the dormer on the main house in its detail, and it would be a very nice companion piece as well. And then the last example is a 2-car garage as well. It looks more like a barn. So this notion of a barn as an outbuilding could have been built when the house was originally built, probably in the late 1800s. So the notion of barn versus carriage house is also a possibility that could make some sense on the property. So those are the issues that we were to look at. And I think primarily the carriage house would be a really welcome addition, or a barn if that's the vernacular that they'd like to work with. So thank you for submitting your house for my review, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you.